Hey guys, Guildarts here, and today we'll be bringing you the new patch for 7.1.5 Windwalker Monk Guide. I'm a 885 Windwalker Monk, Mythic Raider. It's a little bit about me, and we're just going to review over our talent tree, the new things that have happened, and then we're going to go in depth of what our rotation is going to be like now, and just all around changes and overall guide to the class. So starting out, according to the patch notes, the damage done by Windwalker abilities is increased by 8%. Rushing Jadewood now does apply Mark of the Crane up 5 targets. Rushing Jadewood is still not worth it, so that update's irrelevant. At level 60, Dizzying Kicks has been replaced with Summon the Black Ox statue. So that's just this guy here, summons a Black Ox statue, gathers threat, so the odds go to that. Your leg sweep's still going to be indispensable for Mythic Keystones and anything else like that. Crackly Jade Lightning damage is increased by 100%. That's great. You're still not really going to use it too much. It does burn a lot of energy, and the damage output isn't that great, but I mean, at a distance, you're still going to want to pop it if you're not able to close the gap for whatever reason. Diffuse Magic cooldown is now 90 seconds from 120. Fixed an issue with Serenity, that causes the cooldown reduction to go past the cooldown of Serenity, but that issue, I've never had it, so can't really speak from experience from that one. And the last one, the most important, is fix several bugs affecting Storm, Earth, and Fire. Clones now channel faster, move faster, target more reliably, and they inherit the benefit of your stacks of transferred power, which is a huge one. And then hit combo when summoned, and they are more survivable. So what's this do? And we're going to go over our talents now. So pretty much most of the talents are going to stay the same, with the big one focusing from Serenity to, I guess we'll see. So starting out, you're going to want Chi Wave for sure. The damage is great. The fact that its range is great and that it heals. I'm not really going to go into the other ones. And remember, this is just my preference. And also, I do base my talents off of top players in the world. Next is going to be Tiger's Lust. You can use Cheat Torpedo, but I prefer Tiger's Lust. Just can really help yourself out and your teammates. It gets you out of roots and stairs and still increases you by a lot. And monks are still crazy mobile without Cheat Torpedo. You don't really have to have it. And I personally like it for Mythic Keystones because you can bump up your tank's speed throughout the entire Keystone dungeon. Next is Power Strikes. A lot of top players use Energizing Elixir. I prefer Power Strikes just because it's a passive. Don't really have to worry about it. And I feel like with Energizing Elixir, I don't really like the feel of it, how it fits into my rotation. I feel like I do same damage, not more, with Power Strikes. Obviously, next is Leg Sweep, which is going to stun, AoE stun. After that is Healing Elixir. You can switch it up based on the boss fight, but you're going to generally want to stay with Healing Elixir. That's just going to heal you up 50% of your maximum health, which is huge. So anytime you're getting hurt, you can pop that to help out the healers. Next one is, of course, going to be Hit Combo. So each successive attack triggers a combo strike, gets up to 16% increased damage, which is amazing, and that's also why you're not going to really want to use the other ones. Stacks up to 8 times, and yeah, you just don't want to repeat abilities on that. So next column, and the most important, so we got Serenity, Rolling Dragon Punch, and Chi Orbit. So Serenity is out. With the new updates to Storm, Earth, and Fire, all the DPS is 100% in either Whirling Dragon Punch or Chi Orbit. Now, I know some of you might be confused by why Chi Orbit is in the lineup. So if you actually look at the top players in the world and what they're currently using, they're using one of two things, either Chi Orbit or Whirling Dragon Punch. It seems pretty split down the middle, 50-50 right now. And from the damage tests that I've done, Chi Orbit actually came out on top on my DPS. Now, I can't really explain this yet. I did the calculations. I calculated just, about how much Whirling Dragon Punch would do in a fight and how much Chi Orbit would do in a fight. And it came out to Whirling Dragon Punch doing 500,000 more damage per every 2 minutes. So that sounds like a lot. But yet when I ran my rotation, maybe there's something wrong with it. DPS was more on chi orbit. Now, overall, when I did run my DPS test for all three of these specs, these talents, I'm sorry, they're all pretty much the same with, in 2 minutes, 63 million on Serenity, 63 million on Whirling Dragon Punch, and 65 million on Chi Orbit. And like I said, these slight differences could be due to just how you do your rotation. So for now, I think I'm going to hold on to Chi Orbit until I hear otherwise. They're the top, literally the top tier mythic Trial of Valor Raiders are right now are all using Chi Orbit, with a few using Whirling Dragon Punch. And lower levels, the lower you go down in the top players, the more you'll see Whirling Dragon Punch. So I'm curious if these top players know something that we do not. Now, as I told you when I did my rotation, it did come out on top, but like I said, that we're still in the early stages, so we don't know yet. So that's going to cover our talents. We're just going to move straight on to rotation now. So rotation is pretty much going to be the same. You're just not going to want to repeat an ability, but the opener without Serenity is going to change. While in the past, you know, you pop Serenity and you blow your big cooldowns. Currently now, it's going to be totally different. So you're going to start off by popping Touch of Death. And you're probably going to want to pop your Storm, Earth, and Fire. Get some Chi going. Do your Strike of the Windlords, and then Fist of Fury. And you're pretty much just going to rinse and repeat this when you have Chi Orbs. Now Chi Orbs is a passive, so that's a huge deal because you really won't have to think about popping anything special. And you're just going to go through all your abilities, not repeating any. And as you can see up top here, you have full stacks on hit combo, increased damage by 16%. So now I'll go a little bit slower in our rotation. So when the fight starts, you're going to want to blow the Storm, Earth, Fire cooldown. You're going to do Tiger Palm, Strike of the Windlord, then your Fist of Fury, which isn't up yet. Of course, Tiger Palming in between if you need the Chi to do so. And then after that, it's just going to be your basic rotation. It's going to be Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, Chi Wave, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm. Pretty much whatever's up, but without repeating. You never want to repeat. So also for this, you definitely do want to pop on cooldown, Touch of Death, Rising Sun Kick, Fist of Fury, Chi Wave, and Strike of the Windlords. Literally on cooldown, you're going to pop them. And pretty much Storm, Earth, and Fire as well. You can save your Storm, Earth, and Fire for when you have your Strike of the Windlords and your Fist of Fury up. So your clones will be popping those abilities, dishing out some extra damage. And that's pretty much it for our rotation. It's pretty much just making sure you don't repeat and literally blowing all the abilities I listed on cooldown. The second they come up, you want to be popping them, a Chi Wave included. So moving on, that's pretty much going to be our basic rotation. I can show a quick Strike of the Windlords rotation. Now this is going to be pretty much the same thing. You're going to open up with Touch of Death. You know, you're going to blow your Strike of the Windlords. And you're going to blow your Rising Sun Kick. And just now with this change, it's just when your Fist of Furies and Rising Sun Kick's down. So after you pop those two, you're going to do your Whirling Dragon Punch. Pretty much same thing. Do a little rotation here. Rising Sun Kick, make sure that's down. Make sure Fist of Fury's down. Rising Sun Kick again, and then it looks like we'll be able to do our Whirling Dragon Punch. And there it goes. That's pretty much going to be that. It's like I said, just cycling through your abilities, and then you're just going to be doing Rising Sun Kick and then Fist of Fury, and then followed by your Whirling Dragon Punch, because they will have to be on cooldown to pop it. And same concept with Storm, Earth, and Fire. We could quickly go over Serenity as well. because right now at this point it's really preference for the last tier, which is all that really matters right now. So Serenity is going to be same as always. It's your huge opener. So you do Touch of Death, then you just pop Serenity, Strike of the Windlords, Rising Sun Kick, Fist of Fury, and right when Fist of Fury is done, Rising Sun Kick will come off cooldown, and you can go into your normal rotation from there. And then you just pop Serenity on cooldown as well. So that's pretty much it for your last talents. I'm going to stick with Chi Orb until I see evidence otherwise why Whirling Dragon Punch is that much better, because it's a passive, don't have to worry about it, and from my dummy practice it looks like it's actually doing more damage, and top players in the world are using Chi Orbit, which I was not anticipating. We can just go over a few little abilities now. We got our Jade Lightning, Crackling Lightning, doesn't do too much damage even with the increase. Huge one is Transcendence, especially if you max out your artifact power. It heals you for 20% of your health. So usually lots of boss fights, you know, you want to be popping Transcendence, and then you can easily go to it as kind of like a heal. You know, it heals you for 20% of your base health. So as a huge heal, you can just pop that and then move on. We have Disable, which is your slow. Spear of Hand Strike, which if an enemy is casting, it will interrupt it. Of course, you have your Touch of Karma, and that's pretty much it, guys. They have changed legendaries. The only change is the legendary that gives you Touch of Death. Forget the exact name, but it's a buff to Touch of Death. You can pop it a second time within 5 seconds, which was changed from 3 seconds to 5 now. And the other legendary that's changed was the one that changes Serenity to reflect back 150% damage instead of 100, and they reduced the absorb from 150, I believe, to 100. So that legendary's been nerfed, but otherwise the other one's been buffed, and there's been no other changes besides that. I think that's going to be it for Windwalker Monk, guys. This is Guild Arts. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.